Hello. Thank you for joining for today's session. Today's session is about rising cost of education verification in India. My name is Sachin Agarwal and I'm from AMS Inform. So before we start and start talking about rising cost, it's important to know about the process flow of education verification. And what you see on the screen are different steps that we undertake while doing education verification. So starting from the left, I will quickly go through all the steps, and then the box that highlighted in red is what we're going to talk about today. So when the candidate documents are received, they are reviewed for the correctness, and they are checked if all the documents are in proper shape and manner. Once documents have been reviewed, then we contact this issuing authority, that is the school or the university, to check on their process of verification, if there's a change in the fee or change in the process, or if they require any kind of additional documentation. We get the university fee process in different formats. There are different modes of paying the university fee. For example, a banker's check or a demand draft or an online payment. Documents are submitted to the university or to the college with the proof of payment that we have made. After that, the follow-up starts with the schools and the university to get an ETA and to confirm if they have received our verification request and an estimated time by when our reply would be received. After that, our university or the school would send their reply either by post or by an email, whichever mode of communication that they prefer. And once the reply has been validated, a final report is submitted to the client. Now, the entire process, the step that we're going to focus is on pay university or school verification fee, because this is a very big variable cost factor that comes into play during education verification. So let's understand what is university and school verification fee to start with. This is a fee which is charged by the issuing authority in order to provide a written confirmation on the authenticity of the documents or the records of the candidate. Now, these reply can be in any format. They can be a simple reply by an email. It can be a reply on a university stationery, which is confirming the credentials of the candidate that has been presented to them with the documentation that was sent to them along with the fee. It should be noticed that more than 90% of the education institutions in India today are charging this fee. And please note that this fee is not something very uncommon in India. As a matter of fact, I would say more than 70 to 80% institutions across the globe charge such kind of fee in order to provide verification. And this is not a new fee. And most of the employers and background verification companies know about such fees. Now let's look at the fee comparison. What you see on the screen right now are a bar graph in which the orange bar reflects charges that were applicable before the lockdown period that started, and the green bar shows the new fee schedule after the lockdown. Now, it is important to look into the fact that the fee that we are talking about here is not a comparison of last year or a couple of years back. This fee comparison is very, very new, and this is just 3-month-old fee comparison, and this will give you a bit of flavor as how the costs are rising, how the university fees have increased in just last 3 months. For example, Anna University, before lockdown, when I say before lockdown, I'm saying till 31st of March of 2020, the university verification fee was 750 rupees. They have increased the fee by 100%. Now the fee is 1500 rupees. Similarly, if I look at Jabalpur Engineering College, their fee was mere 500 rupees just before the lockdown, but now it is 1500 rupees. That is 200% increase in the verification cost, and that is a very, very steep rise. If you just put this figures back in percentage, you would see that Anna University or Jamia Hamdard University or PT Ravi Shankar University or Sri Krishna Devariya or Jabalpur Engineering, they all have gone substantially up. And this is how the fee is increasing, and this is how the cost of verification is increasing, just mere by the fact that the university fees have increased substantially. Now the question comes, why these fees are increasing? And there are two obvious answers for that. Number one, schools and universities are closed right now because of COVID-19. And because of that, schools and universities are looking for a new revenue stream. And for obvious reasons, background screening industry is a great revenue stream for these colleges and universities. Background checks have increased over the years, and additional staff is required in many universities. In some universities, the verification volume have increased threefold to fivefolds, and they require more and more number of people to look into records and provide verification in timely manner. Though the fees have increased, but there are definitely advantages of paying this verification fee, and we should be paying these fees. There are a couple of reasons listed below. One is, of course, goes without saying that you would get authentic response, which is guaranteed. You get very high quality verification with a lot of details, which otherwise you will not be able to verify. For example, you get details like graduation date, name of the candidate, as per records, the correct course name, sometimes registration number of the candidate. Universities also confirm whether the provided documents are fake or they are genuine, and they also provide discrepancies. What kind of discrepancies are there if the records have some kind of an issue. A written proof also goes a long way in case there are disputes where candidates are not happy with the verification and they are asking for proof verification. And if you have this proof readily available, it saves you, and it takes you a long way in those processes. Lastly, if there are any errors in the documentation that was issued by university at the first instance, for example, copy of degree say 10 years back or 15 years back was misprinted, or the name was incorrectly written, or the registration number was incorrect, or the graduation year was incorrect, or even for matter of grades, there was an error in printing of those documents. And during the verification process, university realizes that they had made a mistake, and they would ask the candidates to come to them, contact them, and get those errors rectified. And hence, getting these written verification makes sense to make sure that candidates are also happy, your client is also happy, and you are also safe and secure because you have proof of verification. This is all I wanted to cover today in my presentation, where I want to talk about the rise of cost and highlight how the university fee has been increasing. I would love to get some feedback and comments on this presentation today. So please write to me at verify@amsinform.com. And if you have any more ideas or any more suggestions in terms of any topics that you want to see me cover in such kind of presentations, please let me know, and we will do more research and come back to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.